thing. You get 4 spawn options, and since this is your first time playing, I'm letting you pick. So, we have grass fields. It is known as one of the most first-time friendly areas, along with Rocky Desert. Well, Rocky Desert is iffy on first-timers. No, we have Northern Forest, which is good for more experienced. It's the one that I played my last save on. And we have Dune Desert, which is recommended for advanced players. The reason I give you the choice is each one has their drawbacks, and each one has their ups. Grass fields, lots of water, lots of flat area. So it is very good for teaching. I've never spawned in the Rocky Desert, but it says it has balanced resources, space, and distances. It's very close to the sea. We have the Northern Forest, which is... it has a lot of height differences and resources. And then we have the desert. It is high amounts of enemies, higher dangerous enemies, a lot of annoying stuff that you can't get rid of till later in, but has the highest amounts of resources out of all of them. The only issue is that it has very little water. Keep in mind, we could technically traverse the world later on to go to the different areas. Okay, so, you want to go with the easiest one for you to start in? Dune Desert, the one that I said that's the most difficult, but also has the most resources? It has most resources and very... Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I have never... I messed up. I hit the wrong button off, I think. Okay, I have never spawned this one. Now, I'm going to tell you a few basics of this game. So, when we start out, we have this thing called the onboarding process. I'm leaving it on
Separation
because
from main transport complete. Group A delivered
also,
to
I learned
Calician
is
region.
actually a...
All Pioneers functional, initiating dispersion.
There is a funny thing that happens
Attention
with this that I've
Pioneer,
learned.
I am Ada, your personal instance of the artificial directory and assistant. Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Date program.
Invite you.
A Fixit Pioneer has 3 core assignments. Construct.
Okay,
All Pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every Pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure.
I'm just gonna do this because I don't know if I set it up right. Oh, for my chat that's watching, I have actually beaten this game entirely. Did it not? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to start it over again. Clear setting. Okay, well, doing this. Okay, there we go. So, Rennie, if I was playing by myself, I would skip onboarding in a heartbeat. I hate onboarding process
Separation from main
for
transport
startups.
complete. Group 8 delivered
However,
to Callistian region. All pioneers functional, initiating
it
dispersion.
is the best way of
Attention pioneer,
teaching
I am
you
Ada, your
the
personal
very
instance
basics.
of the
Okay, you're gonna have to
artificial
wait for me to
directory and
finish the
assistant.
intro to it.
Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Date program.
I set it
A
up
Fixit
because I actually
pioneer
had to
has
change
3
it to
core
where it's
assignments.
not doing
Construct.
nothing.
All pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and instructions when constructing any
Okay,
building.
so
Automate. Every pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure.
here's the thing about the game.
Explore
It's
and
not exactly
exploit.
collect
Fixit
resources.
selected planets are rich with resources
If
suitable for
anything,
direct use or
you'd be
further investigation.
more interested in
Stay
the
within
combat
your
side of it than
designated.
take your startup.
And that is why the world is counting on pioneers
But-
like you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to
So,
long-term
you don't,
problems.
there's no terraforming, the ground stays the same.
Initiating
There's no
planetfall.
taking over territory, there's just you,
Atmospheric
resources
entry
around,
in 3,
and
2,
enemies.
1.
Now, there are
Beginning error
a
assist.
few
Drag
things
within acceptable
that
parameters.
you can find, only one of which cannot be obtained in any other way. Would you like to know what it
Phase
is?
begun. Decelerating.
It
Deploying
is
parachute.
your hard drives.
Deploying
There
backup
is a
parachute.
set number,
Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun. Activating retro propulsion.
and you have to, if you want alternative recipes, you have to use them, and there's a few recipes that you need them for. I am going to teach you to automate this stuff,
Touchdown.
because that is the entire point of the game.
Complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable.
So you know, there are a few things that I haven't done in this game that I want to do. Oh, don't tell me we're in this part of the map. Actually, you know what?
Congratulations. You are the
You
third
know
in
what?
your region to survive planetfall.
This is not the
Welcome
worst.
to Massage 2, ABB, in the binary system of Akicha.
You know what? It isn't the worst part of the map.
Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding. First contact safety tool supplied due to presence of alien
Okay, you should be able to
megafauna.
join.
Adhere to Fixit procedure and equip the Fixit Inc. Xeno Zapper before leaving the drop zone.
I just sent the invite.
Next objective. Dismantle the drop pod.
Shut
Fixit
game.
Incorporated as cost-effective and
So,
efficient.
so you
We
know,
do
we
not
only
waste. The
have
drop pod will
one
be
basic
recycled to
weapon to
construct the
start
first
off
stage
with,
of the habitat and
and
utility
it
base,
is
often referred
basically
to as
just
the
a
hub.
taser. Hold on, I'm gonna open the map. Where is my map? Oh wait, you don't even get the map yet.
Next objective. Use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub. If you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
It says you're around here. You just spawned in the world? Okay, got it.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption.
Where are you?
Just because it looks like you
Okay,
can eat it,
are
does
you
not
in
mean it won't eat
the-
you. Store
in the
this
world?
potential
Where
resource
are
for
you?
later use.
Are you on the ground?
Potential edible collected.
Okay, so it
Eating
just
it and
spawns you
surviving
in.
does not
Got it.
count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fixit to make an
I'm
informed
making my
decision.
way towards you.
Store this
Oh,
potential
sweet.
resource for later use.
Oh, that looks like one of the ones that didn't require power. Actually, okay, where are we? Free resources. Oh, free resources. Ow. don't even have a good enough weapon for me to kill all of you. I love when they give me the thing that I need to open the drop pod. Bye-bye!
Damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for future analysis, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission. Speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your Fix-It designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract.
I see you! Penny! Penny! No! I saw you! And I just saw you keep running! So you know, that thing can quite literally survive this game's nukes. Okay. First order of business. Ow! Stab this boy! Come on, stop it! Hog remains. Okay, closest.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are long teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient in inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just picking stuff up off the ground. We should be getting closer to this. It's gonna be up there. Okay. You sticking with me, buddy? No, you are not. You know what? Manny, try to make your way towards me. Look at the compass, look for the player icon, and then look for me. What do you mean, you radar? Oh, it's your scanner tool. All that does is helps you find the resources of the world. Ooh, if I remember correctly, these might actually be both here? Yes, it is. Ow! You hurt! Dead.
Interrupting previous message for higher priority message.
I'm doing that.
Next objective. Use the build
Wait a
gun to
second.
construct the hub.
Did they finally
Iron
change
is
it
a
so you
base
can
component
build-
necessary for all of
Yes,
your future progress,
finally.
so ensure you
I'm
build
sorry,
the hub
I'm just
close to iron
rejoicing in the
sources.
fact that
Fix
they
It does not
finally
pay by the
changed
kilometer.
to the hub, that you can finally make it.
Hub foundation built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble
Because you
beginnings
used
of a
to not be
successful
able
Fix It
to
pioneer, but
produce-
essential for the next
Oh.
steps of onboarding.
That's stupid.
Once finished, the hub will function as your base of operations. Next objective. Complete hub upgrade 1.
Okay, hub upgrade 1. I actually picked up some iron rods. Upgrade. Hub upgrade 2. I
Hub
picked up
upgrade
some
1,
of this
storage
from
and
the
frame,
drop pod.
completed. Equipment like the portable miner
Hub
can now be
upgrade
made in the
3.
workshop.
I picked up half of this
Congratulations
from
on
a
completing
drop
your
pod.
first milestone,
Okay,
the first
now-
of many providing access
okay.
to new recipes and technologies for the Fix It mission. Next objective,
Equipment
complete
workshop.
hub upgrade
Well,
2.
that's portable miners.
Hub upgrade 2, power and shell,
Oh, so you
completed.
know,
The
Benny,
smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into
even
ingots,
in
and the
my
biomass
best
burner
playthrough
generates
of this
power
game,
when fueled.
where I was pretty much
Fun
almost
fact,
entirely
most of the native
optimized,
flora and fauna is compatible
still
with
took
Fix It
me almost
technology.
30 to 40
Fueling the
hours
biomass burner with
playing
inappropriate materials will result in deductions or even cancellation of
to
your yearly
actually
bonus. Next objective, complete hub upgrade
succeed.
3.
well, hours of strictly building. Like, not even the hours that it took me to gather resources, get stuff set up. Just hours exploring and doing random stuff to tweak it. Like, I think my playthrough, because I quite recently succeeded in the playthrough. Of course it's in here. Stay away from me, you demon! Ow. You know, I wish they didn't limit you to only one hub. Like, at some point, I wish they let you make more of those, because they are kind of nice to have. I hate resources. Okay, I see some limestone. Rennie. Hello. Go over there and try and kill those things. You see that rock that's pointing out of the ground? Right there? Left? It's like that one, just with stuff around it. Kill the stuff around it. Here comes the grindy part of the game. I think...
Hub upgrade 3, interior furnishing, completed. The constructor can produce simple parts, and power poles allow for the expansion of the power grid.
Good.
When you make the inevitable mistake, Fix-It's dismantling feature is designed to salvage all resources used during construction, in line with our zero-waste policy. We understand that Fix-It pioneers are only human, and thus prone to error. Next objective, complete Hub upgrade 4.
I'll just make a simple smelter constructor. So did you manage to break the things around it? Good job, bud. Tell me impressed, because hatchers are annoying as heck to kill.
Samples of unknown alien species
Even later
acquired.
game,
It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies, but initial data suggests this might be a nest or an egg. Preserve the remains for later study.
So it basically just dropped it all in a chest. Equipment always stays with you. So, take that as you will. It is still annoying to lose it. Well, not lose it, but it's annoying to drop all your stuff. How did it die? Huh? Or wait, what? RMD. I am not sure. Oh, right mouse button. What's kind of funny to me is the fact that I've completed this before, but I also didn't get the achievement to complete this. Benny, you should be over here working on this too, so you know. Because I'm not doing everything solo in this, Benny. Mission. What it tells us to do. Learn how to play the game instead of running around killing everything. Yeah, I also said that I'm not playing the whole game for you. So, try to at least figure out how to play the game. I love how you're not so wonky for a sec. You have what? Anything. Learn how to play the game. Only parts of this game that you never truly need to do. Does that answer your question? Oh no, it just does like next to no damage. Don't worry, there's nukes. Okay, I really need to plug my game. PC. Not even PC, my mouse. Mouse and keyboard need to be charged. You know, Rennie, you might actually find it fun to sit here and automate. Why did you pick up the hard drive? Don't worry about it. I just found the hard drive on the ground. Yeah, I don't know. Figure out how to build, bud. Start with that. I'll focus on main tasks for this minute. I want you to learn the building system of this game.
Hub Upgrade 4, Landing Platform and Utilities, completed. Conveyor belts connect the output of one building to the input of another and transport resources. Due to past incidents, I have been asked to issue a clarification.
As I said,
Portable miners,
many
obviously,
times
do not
before.
have a connection for conveyor belts. There is nothing to suggest, visually or functionally, that they can be connected to portable miners. If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. Fixit has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 5.
So... quite literally, this company put us on this planet and actually leaves you once you're done with your mission. I'm not even kidding. You literally just get left here and told, thank you for your hard work. So, because the whole mission statement is them trying to save the world. Like, they're trying to save Earth. You're basically getting much needed resources and setting up to ship them to Earth. So right now we're still basically in the Stone Age for this game's tech. Think of it this way. We might be in the Stone Age. However, you have someone that... we're basically playing this like Dr. Stone. You have the person that knows what they're doing and how to do it, and knows about half of the requirements to build stuff off the top of their head. So you should be perfectly fine. No power, meaning either we ran out of fuel or we just... we cannot use them yet. Well, we are using one of them right now. We already have. Right now we're at its limit. Biomass burner 1 is at its limit. Okay, we don't need... and shoots like the second we need. Yeah, that's the noise that happens whenever power fails. And so you know, my last world, what sucks is that I practically had my last world to shut down because I didn't realize that my battery system was completely burnt out. Like, I didn't realize that there was one tiny flaw in my nuclear power grid. It wasn't so once you use the uranium, so when we finally get to nuclear power, you use uranium. Once you're done with the uranium, you put it through a, like the cyclotron, I'm trying to remember it, particle accelerator. You put it through a particle accelerator and then turn the burnt out uranium to plutonium. Once you're done with the plutonium, it makes it to radioactive waste, yada yada yada. They actually produce the exact same amount of power. It's just that way you never have to deal with the, well, you work towards never dealing with the waste. But essentially, once you're done with the stuff, it actually, you go to Fisconium, which is another particle accelerator with expensive parts. But once you're done with that, yada yada yada, you get your non-hyper radioactive, well actually it is more radioactive, and you need you need a even more advanced machine that then uses, I think it was dark matter or something, to then turn it into a power source that the reactors use to then never produce waste again. But it produces the exact same power, so if you just don't want to deal with it, you can technically do what I did and just ship off all your stuff to never deal with it till you actually have so much radioactive material that you have to, because it quite literally leaves a small portion of your build area radioactive to the extent where you get radiation poisoning that instantly starts melting through radioactive shielding. Yeah, this is where we are. I know this. We are quite literally right next to where I built my last base. We are under 10,000 meters away. So, you know, every buildable area in this game, well, no, every area in the game is exactly the same. Like, quite literally, the game is, hey, you are on a planet, and it's the exact same planet every single time you play it. Like, there's no difference, not a slight one, not even a big one. It is just the same copy-paste world for every world of it that you play on, which honestly isn't a bad thing. It means if you know your way around the game, it makes it easier. I'm bored. Well, it's not the worst thing. Because I've seen far worse ways of it being done. If anything, it's actually a really good method, just for the fact that you can go everywhere, and there is zero negative to learning the game. Like, you'll know where everything is. You never have to second guess yourself on where something is if you know where it isn't from your previous world. Yes, Dad! I can't! But, no, I mean, it's not a bad system, really. I've seen far worse systems. I mean, it's better than I mean, it means the world can have really in-depth textures and such. I mean, if it was randomly generated, I mean, I guarantee with the way the game generates structures and everything.
5, power expansion completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution: as you expand, the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid. The onboarding program was established because Fix-It pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern.
Finding new plants.
This should pass within 5 to 7 workdays. Next objective: complete hub upgrade 6.
Okay, I can't understand. understand what you're saying, bud. Oh, please tell me we finally have access to it. Yay! Okay. I only need about... I have 6. I don't care if it's a little extra. No, technically all the different areas, we could still go to them if we want, but, yeah, it's a heck of a trek. I was off by... Okay. So we have enough wire. Can't believe I was off by 1. I doubted myself, I shouldn't have. Eh. Oh well. Oh sweet. I just... Oh, wait. You know what? There, now I can bring more power over here. Okay. Just barely wouldn't have reached. Ooh, what did you get? What did you grab? It was. I feel like that's gonna be too close. I forgot that it didn't need a smelter. Okay, that definitely is great. Definitely have more than enough. Yes, bud. There is a variant of them that does. Wait, you said hogs? Rocks? I do not know. I mean, I know there is uranium, but I know there is a type of rock that produces gas that can get blown up by later items, but yeah, those are actually quite common. Usually they only have power slugs, which eventually get phased out with the final stage of the game, which takes you to using alien technology. There's actual alien technology that allows you to make time crystals, which are basically just an easy way of saying they let you manipulate time and space. What? With what? Oh no, it uses what we believe is alien technology, but basically you have no idea how it works. It's just these weird rocks. Okay, so collect more biomass. Technically, you just use weird stuff that you find on the planet to make it, but you use this thing called SAM ore, which at one point was a work in progress. I'm guessing you died? Yep. But once it was at like pre 1.0, they gave it a use, which was your final tech tree, which, oh boy, was it difficult. So beating the game in its early stages was stupidly easy. However, with its current stage of gameplay, it has the most aggravating thing in the world to finish off the game with. Would you like to know what you have to do to finish the game now? You quite literally have to play with stuff that no creatures can play with. Like, quite literally, matter conversion. You make stuff that quite literally, how there's those weird northern lights type stuff in the sky it basically makes that shoot straight up into the sky while it works. So technically we already have a pocket dimension, but there's a even further pocket dimension that they make that is where you can use stuff that isn't even in your inventory, and is just fed up off of the factory. Hi, Trooper. Team One Trooper. Ready, stop dying. Trust me, we have no use for any further resources right this second. The only thing I would be severely impressed if you found is bauxite. Bauxite. It's not a color, it's just the way the material is. Okay, I think hub is done. Yes, it is. Field research.
Hub upgrade 6.
No.
Landing
Base building later.
completed.
That
Freighter
later.
landing
Obstacle
initialized.
clearing.
Congratulations, you have completed onboarding
So you know,
and
if
achieved the
you're
absolute
wondering
minimum skill
why
level
I'm so
required of a
excited for
Fix-It
obstacle
pioneer.
clearing,
Fix-It looks
it's
forward
because
to
you
your
get a
future
chainsaw.
achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2
And I
milestones
want
are
my
now available
chainsaw.
in the hub, and
And
biomass
biomass.
burners can now be built individually.
What
Your
I've
first
learned is a
official
lot of
objective
other
is to
people call them
initiate
bio
project
nuggets.
assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work.
Okay, let's see. So I have to make some screws. All in all, it's still quite simple. Did you see? What? Technically, I mean, in an eventual point, you get access to literal nuclear weapons. I mean, for my marking off of finally having a successful clearing of the game, so for my successful clearing of the game, I quite literally just left my character on top of the, like, above the space elevator I built up, and just left an auto clicker on with about 100, 300, maybe 500 nukes in my inventory, and just let it drop nukes for almost 5 hours straight. When I checked back in later on the next day, it was still dropping nukes. I'm like, okay, that might be enough for my final send-off. So you know, ready? Basically anything past tier 1, well, not tier 1, anything past our first main objective is considered the difficult stuff. So you know, there's 4 to 5 final objectives, like main objectives. You have your tiers, then your milestones. So you have your milestones, your tiers, and then you have, I don't remember if it's, so there's, I don't know what they call what's above tiers, but then you have the stuff that breaks up the tiers. You have to send stuff up to a space elevator. Trust me, it takes forever if you don't have the stuff automated. So early on, you can get away with not automating them. But endgame stuff requires stuff from almost every other tier of materials that you send up. So if you try to get away with, hee, I'm gonna cheap out and not automate, you're gonna regret it later. Right now, I'm just doing obstacle clearing so I can gather the stuff that I need. And set us up with enough power to expand. Power slugs are actually insanely useful when we can start using them, but right now we can't even use them. So power slugs let us actually boost machines' productions. So basically, they allow you. So every power slug you get depends. Well.
Milestone reached. Solid biofuel created from any biomass ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in
Increases the
biofuel
power
production, the
required
chainsaw
to
allows for
run
the
the
removal of
machine,
tougher wood and coral
but at the
foliage.
same time,
Additionally, your pocket
is
dimension has been
incredibly
inflated to
useful
increase inventory size.
because it
Inspirational
allows
note.
you to not
Will you
have
be
to
the
make
Fix It Employee
multiple
of the Month?
machines and
You
work out
could
that,
be if you construct, automate,
which lets
explore,
you
and exploit by
inevitably
eliminating all
save
obstacles to
on
efficiency.
some
This
resources,
isn't just fun, it's contractually mandated
but
fun.
if you do your math wrong at all, you will end up screwing yourself over even further than you would have had you just built the extra machines. Because if your math is wrong, you gotta sit there and figure out what you messed up and how do you fix it. And if you can't do that, oh boy. You see, a lot of the stuff that you have to do in this is keep yourself from getting lazy and cluttering. From what I've seen a lot of stuff, there's multiple ways that you can do it. I've seen people sit there and make different factories based on the different resources that they produce and require. So one that produces stuff from copper, and then send that over. I had an idea at one point in my previous save to not do it like that, but instead run it off of tiers. Like you have one that produces this tier thing, and then every layer up you go, it's a higher tier item. Like it would be not exactly higher tier, but require more in the processing loop, so you can inevitably set it up, but I learned that that doesn't work too well later game. So I just kind of gave up on that idea when I learned how poorly it works. Okay, our next thing after I get done with these chainsaws is going to be we have to guaranteed we have to sit here and work on logistics because I can't get anything running any sort of optimally without us getting my logistical stuff set up. Rennie, you have to understand that is not difficult to do. I know. Hey, you want to come get a chainsaw? It's not a weapon, but it is good for cutting any annoying... Rennie! Chainsaw! On the ground! It doesn't do any damage. Trust me, I tried that already.
The fruit of this fungus-like flora does not seem to show much potential for use. However, its mycelial network is worth further investigation. Store this potential resource for later use.
Destroy all nature projects. What's the what? Building. You need iron for... Well, iron is your basic resource that gets used in almost everything. I think I might just set this up soon to just run on itself. Once I get logistics set up, I'll deal with the next issue. You wanna see the pod go off?
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts
Off the space
can now
it goes,
merge,
buddy.
split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory.
Ready?
Fixit
Pod's
encourages you to
leaving.
consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in, visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out, feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
It's another main resource of the game. Oh yeah, Rennie. You wanna know how much resources the final conveyor of this game transports? I think it's like 1,600 resources per minute, I think. Alright, I'll keep going a little bit, bud. I don't think he realized that I was streaming. We're gonna do a little bit more than hop off. wonder if it's that these ran out of power. Well, not power, but... We'll get field research done. And space elevator is going to take a while. And plus I want to build it with Rennie. $101 iron rods. Why is there an iron rod in there? You know, sometimes I genuinely can't tell if it's just that he's a moron or, you know, that's actually all it is. He's just a moron. He's my buddy, but he's also an absolute idiot at the same time. Okay, time to run around and clear all nature. There's no better invention than the chainsaw, in my eyes. Just, like, I want to know who thought of it so I could go back in time and shake their dang hand. Just sitting here, the greatest invention in my time. The ability to destroy trees on a mass scale. What's better than that? Especially as someone who loves screwing over nature, for playing games. I'm at my happiest when I'm running around destroying nature. There we go. Slide. I love the way Let's Game puts it. I'm so slides a lot. So, a little fun fact about me and this game. The whole reason I even know of its existence is Let's Game It Out. I would not know Satisfactory without him. And I will forever love watching his videos because of it. Because this game is freaking awesome. I don't know if everyone agrees. I doubt everyone agrees that this game's good. But I would not want to play any other game than this if I had the choice. Well, if I had the choice of what game I'm known for out there, I want it to be satisfactory. I mean, I think it'd be cool to say that, yeah, I'm known because how good my prowess of building factories in a game that take genuine hours to make at times, and I'm known for making them. Even then, I kinda like that I'm a small streamer. It means I don't really have much stuff that I'm expected of. Also, still somewhat being a noob, somewhat being a pro at the game. I don't have the whole thing that, yeah, if I make a mistake, that, yeah, I'm just an idiot. No, it's that, you're still learning. And to be fair, I have way too many hours. Stuff like this. How can I screw stuff like this up? Are you serious? I hate the fact that they changed it to where it doesn't tell you that there's... There, you happy? You have your spaghetti. You happy now, game? Okay. And this is why I've learned to set up a small grid, even if it takes more resources to do, that runs your power production. Like, whatever it takes to make the stuff, it is better to sit here and run stuff that makes it for you. Wait, I just realized, do I have... Oh. It's better to run stuff that... basically almost like a surge protector, but if you run off power, like, set it to where something else produces what you need for your power, you never truly have to worry too much over if your power grid goes out. Unfortunately, I did not do that. I mean, at one point I actually had a system that I did it, but when you have a big enough power grid, you start to get cocky, and yeah, I got way too cocky for my own good, and it led to me having a almost full hour of sitting there trying to figure it out. So, you know, I am, and this is what annoys me. I had one singular endgame thing that you are kind of expected to produce a lot of, but I only produced enough. But it led to me having a single resource, well, not even resource, I had a single milestone left to complete in my last save. One. And it was the most infuriating thing to go, yeah, I'd have another 2 or 3 hours of my already endgame base if I want to get this last thing. Which, to be fair, isn't bad, but I'm like, screw it. It means I don't get the achievement yet. It means I still have more of a reason to play this game. It means I have more time to stream this game. in the end, it's a win-lose situation. Not automating it gives me an excuse to come back and do better. Also teach my friend that. So, okay, so I don't know if you guys could hear Rennie earlier, but pretty much he has it in his head that the only real
Milestone
thing
reached.
that I
Supply
was
the molecular analysis
expecting
machine,
him
referred
to
to as the
do,
MAM,
I'll
with
let the
local
game actually
resources
talk.
to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency in alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Okay, now that that's done. So, Rennie was completely under the assumption that the only thing I expected him to do when we played this game was to just run around and kill stuff. So, anyone watching this stream probably already knows on Satisfactory that is pretty much the smallest part of the game that isn't really even required to finish the game. In fact, the only reason you have to kill stuff is completing all the MAM research trees. Which even then, I didn't even complete all the MAM research trees, but those things are extensive. It would take me another good 20 or 30 hours even on my good save. Okay, go back to full screen. Thank you. So you guys know, I accidentally took the game out of full screen without meaning to. Thank you. Oh yeah, I actually had performance issues at one point. I've learned that shadow quality does kind of have a massive impact on performance. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Oh, the UI is so much smaller. How do I fix that? You know, nope, I need my big UI. Where's my... Please tell me that fixes my UI. No, it's still bugged out. Tell me you guys see it. It's smaller. Not by much, but smaller, and it's enough that it's aggravating me.
The mycelial networks of these fungi possess unusually resilient hyphae, which show potential for making a strong but lightweight natural fabric. Additionally, it has similar medicinal and pest control applications to mycelia on Earth.
Hold on, I wonder if it's just... I want to see something. Yeah, shadow quality is amazing. Oh, I accidentally made it way too big. How do I fix it? You know what? Hold on. Okay, that's better. Oh, it feels so nice.
Research completed. Fabric recipe unlocked. New myself search available.
Hold on, how much do I need for it? Is it 20 or 25? I think it's 25. Right. Nope, it's 10. Okay, so I should have almost enough for that. So you know, I like the parachute because I used it with the jetpack, and it is, from what I can tell, one of the best ways to traverse because you can use your jetpack to get as high up as you can go. Then if you let it carry you a little bit, you can let the I'm sorry, I'm trying to think. My brain's just not graining. But I could also use it for keeping myself from getting damaged there. And I just thought of the best use for it. The best use for that would be saving Rennie from constantly killing himself to fall damage.
Parachute unlocked. Fix-It appreciates your willingness to descend rapidly to perform your duties, but damaging Fix-It property is a breach of contract and will have unpleasant consequences. Improve descent efficiency by combining the forces of gravity and drag with a parachute.
Need 20 cable. Alright, I should get everything out that we have that I can use.
The remains researched belong to a plant-like organism hosting the larva of a flying crab, the most mature of which hatch when threatened. Hatcher remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving Pioneer safety during exploration. I wonder, is it that you're eager to please, impatient, or very efficient? I have my theory. Unknown metal collected. This metallic element is showing properties similar to those in Group 11 on the periodic table, such as high conductivity and malleability. Research it in the map to establish classification and potential application.
Appropriate.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal. Research it in the map to establish locally appropriate classification and application.
I love when this glitch occurs. Basically, it's a glitch with upward motion with the parachute. But if you are going upwards, it basically just allows you to just fly up like it's nothing. I want my reborn gun.
Research completed. Alien protein can now be turned into biomass or alien DNA capsules. In addition to being used for research, the invaluable alien lifeform data in these capsules can be traded for fixed coupons at the Awesome Sink. We guarantee the best capsule to coupon exchange rate anywhere on this planet.
Let's see, anything that I can find to kill, because I only need a little bit more. It's a lizard doggo! You're not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for bad guys. Hello, hog.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fixed production line efficiency. Research it in the lab to establish classification and potential application. Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Research it in the lab to establish classification and potential application.
I love how I'm just sitting here, running around, doing stuff, and all I see is death crates everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but an unreasonably high number of death crates. So, you know, that glitch only really works if you're going upwards on terrain. So it's not, like, super overpowered, but it's kind of fun. Makes it easier to go up terrain. And anyone who hasn't played this game before, if you're wondering why I want the rebar gun so badly, it is basically your, like, it is the early game best weapon, for the most part. Like, barely any of your early game stuff tops the rebar gun.
Research to develop the rebar gun is now available. When completed, you will be in possession of a tool effective against any local obstacles actively objecting to the fix-it mission.
I do want to set up for it to make the do I have enough? I have the rest in my inventory for it. I do not have enough iron rods, however. For right now, we're doing the lowly thing of handcrafting because we don't have anything better to do. Once we get part assembly and get the basics of it set up. Actually, okay, let's see. Is there someone in my chat other than me when I go on Twitch? No, there's not. I think it was that idea. I was gonna ask chat if we should surprise Rennie with a rebar gun, but I guess we're not. I still love how Satisfactory, as you scale up, even as someone who played it before, starting from the base, it feels like a distance between anything. I accidentally let it overcraft.
Milestone reached. The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It Company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note: humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. Fix-It cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
That's what I get for using my phone to try and stay awake. But it's just gonna make it a lot easier.
The crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation of quartz, with uniquely large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz. The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart, specifically in communication and exploration technologies. Research completed. Silica recipe unlocked. New quartz research available. This semi-slug, now dubbed Power Slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location. Mercer sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, B, in the local Mercer sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer spheres can also transmit data between specific.
Witness our scripture, witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sing the song.
Arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
I don't care if it's ugly. It works.
This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available. This fruit, dubbed the barrel nut after its distinctive color, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
I love that shooty bit.
damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for analysis in the MAM, which may result in benefits
Oh
to
my
the
goodness,
Fix-It
they made it to
mission.
where you can dismantle
Speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your Fix-It designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract. Milestone reached. Fix-It would like to remind you of your contractual obligation towards efficiency. Recreational use of belts and lifts does not count towards work hours and will put you on the list. Stay efficient, don't disappoint. Fix-It. Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking is also possible. Note: power consumption of overclocked buildings increases exponentially. Medical properties of local mycelia established. New research options available. Medical inhaler variants. Rebar gun and iron rebar ammo unlocked. Your ingenuity towards preservation of Fix-It property has been noted. You earned a microbreak. And welcome back. I hope you feel refreshed. Therapeutic inhaler recipe unlocked. It smells like fried breakfast-induced cardiac arrest, but surprisingly, it restores you to full health.
Sorry, just when I'm watching to keep me awake. It's funny.
Pocket dimension significantly expanded. I worked all afternoon, analyzing the transdimensional confibulatory permutations of alien DNA to achieve this. We are all doing our part for Fix-It. Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Initial data suggests these are predators, but notably they do not have a traditional mouth or eyes. There are, however, numerous cavities on their head which could fulfill a similar function. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
Hold on.
The Summer Sloop was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fixit and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why this symbol mathematically resembling a Mobius strip has found its way to both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted named Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets. Summer Sloop analysis completed. Summer Sloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy,
Let the energies harvest until the waves reach our shores. Consume.
similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner. The remains researched belong to an organism with 8 jointed legs, similar to the legs of arachnids but with non-standard distribution and function. Because its attacks focus on stabbing prey with the ends of their legs, which resemble insectoid stingers, they have been dubbed stingers. Stinger remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
Okay, so 100%, 100%, 100%. What about you? So you're still at 100. You're at 100. At 98, which isn't bad. I'll accept that. Love you too, Mom. There is none. I've already checked. That's okay.
Milestone reached. You have been given access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as AWESOME. Your awesome input allows Fixit to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly. In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency. Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the awesome resource bank will grant Fixit coupons. These coupons can be redeemed in the awesome shop for highly desirable items such as new foundations, walls, factory attachments, cosmetics, parts, and more. Next time you have additional resources, just remember to go that extra kilometer. Go awesome. Research completed. Quartz crystal recipe unlocked. New quartz research available. Blade Runners unlocked. Equipped to run faster, jump with greater force, and decrease fall damage that might otherwise have lowered your value to fix it.
That's the other thing the Xenozapper was used for. if anyone's wondering, I'm just killing time right now.
In the early days of the Save the Day program, when I was still in alpha, some of the employees would store their personal musical projects on my servers. In a way, this was the music I was conceived to. Enjoy. Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event
Oh, I
that you are
can't wait to
experiencing
take this
amnesia
entire
for all events
factory
prior to
down
planetfall, be
and
reassured that
fully
memories
rebuild
of
it.
beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
Okay, that's it for tonight. Alright, I'm playing way too long. I've been streaming for another 3 hours. That is... Oh, correction. 3 hours, 30 minutes. You know what? That's... You know what? Let me see. Okay, this will be on VODs sometime today or tomorrow. I don't